Welcome back to another tournament game. In this one, you'll be hearing some guest commentary from one of our Discord members and a long-time tournament participant, Pimpcarp, who actually kind of saved our butts by helping out at a time where we weren't able to do it. And he wanted to do it for a while, so this is his stage.
Alright, so in the America's top 16 bracket, obviously still, I think this might be the final match, or one of the final matches, between Lulnenko and Raptor 619. I'll be guest commentating for this match. It's Pimpcarp, in case this wasn't stated beforehand. And fun fact before we get started, but the winner of this match will be facing me in the next round, because as of this point, my match will have already been posted. And so, I apologize in advance, but I messed up on the overlay, and I don't think it's showing up properly. So the two bans that we have in this match are Priest for both sides. And we have some interesting differences in the decks. Lulnenko bringing the Highlander Mage, Egg Warrior, and Highlander Shaman, which is a very interesting bring. And his Galakron Priest being banned. And, excuse me, the Raptor is bringing Spell Druid, Token Demon Hunter, and Galakron Shaman. Galakron Priest being the other one being banned. And so Raptor trying to get the early tempo advantage on board. Raptor, interestingly enough, is bringing, like I said, Token Demon Hunter, which is not the one you usually see. You usually see the tempo version, but played pretty much the same way. Alright, so should be smooth sailing from here on out. Okay, can't see the cards he's selecting. We'll see what he picks. Alright, so as we see, he got the Polymorph from Malagos. Could be card 2, be mana efficient to play that. Could also, oh, there we go. And so as we see, he's got Wrathscale Naga. He might consider playing that this turn, trade in the 1/1s and see if he can get any efficient trades off. Or just Faceless Corruptor, that's a nice efficient trade as well. Get rid of him. Trade in the 1, yep. Just clear off from here. Or he'll conserve the health of his minions. Or at least the 3/4. Interesting trade-off. So he might just consider command the Illidari, however it's pronounced. Frozen Shadow Weaver. Interesting. Guess just for board presence. That's good. Probably, I would imagine Deep Freeze or Frost Nova Deep Freeze makes sense because you get a couple minions on board. Goes for the face, anticipating a weapon, but nothing on hand, fortunately for Lulnenko. just decides to go for the unoutcasted Skull of Gul'dan, interestingly enough, and then Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, unsurprisingly, to try and take the board over fully. He gets double Varanus, which is very interesting. Someone out there can try and do the odds to calculate what the chances of that are. Takes out the one Varanus. Probably should get pretty much a board clear off of that guy. Yeah, he's getting very nice trades off here. Wow. Alright, so I'm anticipating Frost Nova Doomsayer, possibly, or maybe just a puzzle box if he really wants to try it, maybe after a Calicos. He's low health against Demon Hunter, it's never a place you want to be. Especially when he can do 8 damage from hand next turn, or just play the 8 damage spell. Power Creation might be interesting, but it doesn't necessarily save him, so it's not necessarily the option here. He could just be going puzzle box still, which, yep, he does. Okay, interesting, right away. Oh. Bit of an overkill. Ooh, not good. Okay. That's good. It's very good. Rid a couple of minions. Doesn't do anything. Let's get a trade off. Oh, no, he doesn't, because... Oh, yeah. Alright, so... being able to attack... Limiting what he can do this turn. Could Knife Juggler into command the Illidari, which would potentially kill off the Calicos if he gets really lucky. Just do some damage to face so he can just finish him off next turn. It's down to 2 HP. Plays the Battle Fiend. It's not gonna survive. Got a couple options. I don't mind the Flame Ward. Maybe after he plays something else. That way he clears off the board. It doesn't save him though. He's got a lot of direct damage from hand. That's all of those are good options. Holy cow, that's something. Oh. Is there any way he is lethal for 14? No, not quite lethal. One off. He had Alexstrasza. Okay, Alexstrasza's himself back to 15, and gets a very solid board in the process. So what does Raptor do in this scenario? He can make some okay trades with his Glaive Bounds if he wants to. Get a couple 6/4s on board. Or he could just go face with lethal on board. It's an interesting choice as well. Yeah, it kills off one of them, but that's still lethal on board. That was a fairly big misplay, I think, on Raptor's part, but hopefully he can shake that one off. So lulnenko takes the 1-0 lead. So, apologies for that first round. Got the overlay working now, finally, and hopefully don't have any more issues where the game just freezes like that. Alright, so maybe he I don't think he really does much this turn. He could coin Injured Tolvi here. Or Corsair Cash doesn't make sense to coin out because turn 3 gives it ramp anyway. And why not? Yeah, let's say I might just pass this turn. And then same for Raptor, not much to do besides hero power and pass. No real ramp in Raptor's hand, so that's never what you want to see as a Spell Druid, especially against a more aggressive deck like Egg Warrior. Has to hero power and pass again. So Livewire Lance, get some lackeys, see what he gets. Ethereal Lackey, that could be interesting. Not a whole lot of great warrior spells, but certainly Inner Rage or Rampage would be useful in this deck. And again, just hero power and pass. This is very, very rough start for the Spell Druid. Obviously, Glowfly Swarm is a possibility next turn. But facing down a 5/4 and a 4/2 weapon, Cobalt Lackey's pretty good. Pick up. No risk. Ooh, okay, coins out the Emerald Explorer, sorry. Then Evasive Faewing seems to be the obvious choice. And see what Lackey gets first before making any decisions. You see if you can get a spell that kills it off. Destroy a damaged minion. It's a possibility. I forget what spell that's called. Yeah. Still can't see the discover effects though, that's annoying. Maybe after this game I'll see if I can fix that, but until then. Okay, shield block, that's a good one. Warmaul Challenger. I see. Just wants to push face damage. Makes sense. But swipe in hand, easy board clear if he wants to go that path. Then he could heal for 5 if he really wanted to, or just hero power. Okay, decides to heal for 5. Then we got the Corkrun Elite draw. Not really super useful right now, but could just play for just direct damage. Ooh, gets the Deathwing. That's a good pickup. Jeez, that's a really good pickup. Easy board clear right there, most likely. Especially if it's Glowfly. So let's take care of that Bomb Wrangler. That's smart. Don't want that to start getting too carried away. And then Evasive Faewing and maybe go for the card draw or just kill off entirely. There we go. Kills it off entirely. Alright. Raptor's got to consider card draw at some point though, because he's definitely falling behind in this matchup. And no real out in sight. Glowfly Swarm is basically useless at this point. And Ystera would be his next best option, but that's still one turn away. Gets the buffed Ankar. Let's see how many pirates there are in this deck. Couple. Gets the Sky Raider, okay. Not one you always want to see. Taunt's okay, but it's still not great stats for a 4-mana card. Twilight Drake, 5 cards. Maybe Iron Bark it, just to negate some of this damage, but probably not. It seems like he's holding... Oh. It seems like he's holding on to it. At least he's considering it. Yep, just decides to hold off and maybe see if he can get a Beast Tamer. But yeah, lulnenko's got a full hand. He could even decide to just Deathwing, be mana efficient, right on curve, kill off the 4/5 and his 1/2. Unfortunately, he would obviously want to attack with it first before that. Decides just to Korkron Elite. Keep pushing face damage, saying, you deal with my board. Some Amber and another card for good effect. So I'm down to 9. He really needs a good draw. Beast Tamer. Alright. Or Exotic Mount Seller. I don't know why I keep thinking Beast Tamer. Jeez. It's because it just summons a bunch of beasts. So I'm assuming that's the play. He's at 9 HP. He's likely dead. Gotta figure at this point with Egg Warrior, he's gotta have some sort of direct damage. Alexstrasza himself to heal, okay. And Iron Bark. I like it. It's a very big body on board. Gives him some breathing room. How does could just trade everything into the Alexstrasza on board on his side and then play the Deathwing. That would get rid of it. It would kill the Deathwing as well, but it would clear the board off, and he could still play Sky Raider afterwards. Still get another swing off with that Ankar. But that would, that mill him? I think it would mill him. I guess it doesn't matter if he traded his minions in first. Everything was gonna die. Yeah, he's fortunately going to get milled next turn, but I don't think that really matters at this point. That's not the draw. So... Alright, just decides to play the Ysera. Hoping he can survive for enough turns for it to have impact. That's unfortunate. I don't know if there's lethal this turn. There might be if Bomb Wrangler got really lucky, potentially. I doubt it, though. Let's see what he gets off of Hench Clan. Gets the Apotheosis. Interesting. And the Ethereal Lackey again. Get some health back. Put him down to 7. And the next turn he has Korkron Elite. And Risky Skipper and Bloodsworn Mercenary, so he's got plenty of options. Bomb Wrangler as well. But gets the Overflow finally, gets some actual card draw. You hope to see some taunt, but at least you get a couple of big bodies, and don't know if that's it though. You don't play the card draw, hoping for more portals. That's interesting. Guess he's got too many cards in his deck to make it necessarily valid, but let's see. So that's 4/8. 4/8 with the Risky Skipper, Bloodsworn combo. Not quite there. Maybe he got a rampage off of Ethereal Lackey. I guess that would be an option. No, 1 mana off actually. Okay, so he's just gonna go for the Bomb Wrangler route, I'm assuming at this point. No. There we go. Armor Smith. Get some armor gain on top of it. I like it. And then more card draw.
So much rage.
The Blood Boil Brute, that's a good pickup. Can clear off the Onyxia. Then second Overflow. So how many cards does that leave him with? Let's see how many after the portals and all the animations resolve themselves. Plenty of card draw in hand now with the double Fungal Fortunes pickup and the Breath of Dreams. That doesn't really need any more card draw at this point. At least at this moment. Yeah, he's gonna mill a card, unfortunately. There's no other option. So, let's see. It's 4, 6, it's 12, 13, 14. Double Bloodsworn, yes. 100% lethal. So, Lulnenko is gonna make it 2-0. Raptor's got to pull together at this point if he wants to stand a chance. And since JJ's not here to say it, you know what deck your opponent's going to play, so pick whatever deck you're most comfortable with. So it's going to be the Highlander Shaman for Lulnenko versus the Spell Druid again for Raptor. Besides, I want to go back to the Spell Druid. I'm confident in it. Not a great starting hand. Probably keeps the Wrath and chucks everything else. Maybe keep the Glowfly Swarm for potential turn 5, but I feel like you always want to go for a ramp as Spell Druid or card draw. So I haven't seen Highlander Shaman played in a while. I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Right away, get some interesting cards in hand. Got the Zephyrus. Got the Bandersnatch, I believe it's called. I don't think you want to play this. Probably goes for the Wild Growth. Yep. Try to get that early ramp. Out ramp this Spell Druid. I like that. So yeah, I also wanted to note Raptor plays a very minion or dragon heavy version of Spell Druid, as opposed to the traditional plays 1, 2, 3. Six different minions and only one exact amount seller. So you might see the, I don't think you play the Shadow Rumbler, just for stats maybe. Farsight. Ooh, Geppetto Joybuzz for 5 mana, that's an interesting pickup. It's the Healing Totem. So you got yeah, I was gonna say a couple options. Emerald Explorer was definitely the most enticing seeming, since again more beast heavy or more minion heavy version of Spell Druid. He didn't have that many spells to make Glowfly Swarm worth it. Xavius. It's interesting. Gets the Lurker below. And a Shield of Galakron. Not bad pickups. Shield of Galakron obviously not nearly as effective with a 1/1 taunt. But the Lurker below, that's a very interesting card. Especially at 1 mana, because it doesn't have good stats to begin with. I believe it's only a 3/3 to begin with, right? Or, sorry, 6/5. I think they buffed him. Don't see him played too often. So he decides to get rid of the Zephyrus. And get Alexstrasza from the Bandersnatch. Yeah, I was about to say, might just throw that down for the easy health loss. Get a 5/5 on board. Put him down to 9 HP. So he's got Swipe in hand, Raptor. Decides to play Alexstrasza to heal for... Oh, put him down to 15, interesting. So you can clear off that with the Moonfire and then trade that into the 5/5. You're still facing 8 damage on board. You're hoping that he can't do 1 damage from his hand. That's a very interesting play. He doesn't have really any direct damage in his hand, does he? Or in his deck? Oh, alright, decides to coin or oh, doesn't heal himself. Walking Fountain an option. Get some health back. Trade that into the 5/6. Clear it off with the 2/1, and then he could trade it also into the Alexstrasza and clear that off. Not necessarily the most efficient use of your minions, though. Put him down to 1. And Lurker below, right? Yep, he's gonna get him down low enough. Not gonna kill both of them though. It's gonna kill Alexstrasza if he does that, or he could just trade the both of them into the Alexstrasza and call it a day. Leave the 5/6 on board. Yeah, that's what he's doing. So 1 HP, back against the wall. What do you got, Raptor? So let's see what he can get. It's a Bog Beam, that's a good pickup. And then more card draw. Swipe the Geppetto Joy Buzz and then Bog Beam to clear it off. Yep, there we go. And then I guess card, yep, see what else you can get, and maybe just Hero Power or Iron Bark. Make sure no charge minions get through, which I don't believe there are any, especially now that the Bandersnatch is going. Oh, Marsh Spawn. See if he can get lethal off of that. Let's do it. Come on, there's so many options. Do it. Okay, Earthshock first. And then just Walking Fountain. Alright, that's the safer play. Again, no real great options. Ysera or Onyxia, yeah. Still at 2 HP. An Earthquake. But yeah, Marsh Spawn, see if he can get lethal. And yep, Lightning Bolt, and that's it. That'll be game 3-0 for Lulnenko. So looks like I know who I'll be up against in the next round. Some tough competition from Lulnenko and a good fight from Raptor, and yeah, that'll be it from me.